Good morning, here from the Great Salt Lake. My name is Gredgie Boyt. I'm a 5th generation briner, and I come out here every morning to brine. Look what we got here. That's shrimp. That's brine. Oh boy. This is brown gold right here, but what I'm looking for is pink gold. This brine spoiled probably a couple days or so ago. I'm going to take a look at that right there. We're looking for the pink kind. Yeah. The water goes low this time of year, so unfortunately that means we have to go further out for the pink. But a lot of this is on account of Morty's boys. Drying up the lake for salt. Of all the shrimps, I found the brine's the most versatile shrimp. It's obvious use fish food. It's human food too, high in protein. See that there? That's brown gold. No good. People come on the shore, expect to find shrimp. That's fool's gold, baby. Little pink, mostly brown. It's a bit late in the brine season, so the water's getting a bit choppy. But I find that's when it's best to get out there. Don't have so much competition. Brown time. We're getting close. A little bit further and we'll be hitting pink gold, boys. Choppy. But the brine love when the water's like this. It's like they're in the wave pool at a theme park or something. They love it. A lot of other briners, they don't dare to go out in this weather, but for me, that's prime brine time. That's what I always say. Temperature's perfect for brine. Any moment now. What I like to do is stir it up with the oar. And you'll see that pink gold just fly right up to the top. The tide will pull you right back in, but it's beneficial because if you'll the shrimp just ride that tide in, baby. We're getting into shrimp water now. Starting to see a bit of the pink gold. That's shrimp, baby. Woo! That's pink gold, baby. Sometimes I'll just come out here and lay down and think about things while I'm brining. Look at the way the sun hits that. That's pink gold. Bit of brown gold, mostly pink gold. Look at that. That's brine. This is what happens when the waves hit the brine. It creates a soot effect. No one really knows why. It's one of the mysteries of this lake. If I were to choose one place to live, it'd be out here. I mean, you can live off basically anything. The suds, nutrient rich. The brine, nutrient rich. The salt water, well, you can't drink it, but you can float in it, and it's full of brine. So it gives. The water gives, and it taketh away. Ever since Morty's boys came out here and started working on the lake, we've had to downsize our operation quite a bit. That's why we got the plastic raft. That's why we got the strainers. I mean, you can use pretty much anything to catch pink gold now. Go cast my net. This is just regular cheesecloth. Don't put that in your documentary, though. It's the old fisherman's trick I learned. What you want to do is lay it out like a blanket. Push her in. And the pink gold. Look at that. If we were further out, this whole thing would be pink. These little estuaries are like safe havens for the brine. They'll come here to mate, spawn. Full of pink gold. Woo! Look at how much shrimp I just pulled up with one strain. Again, look at that. Scampy tonight is what I always say, even though you can't scampy the shrimp, but it's still fun. It's just the more you put it in, the more that comes out.
Gredgie, what's that smokestack behind you?
That's the mine pit over there. Ever since those boys went up over there with the smokestack, and I've noticed it's played a part on affecting the shrimp. I've noticed that the closer they get, the further I have to go out. That's just the price you pay. And they don't realize what they're doing to the ecosystem out here. And that's why my family's been out here for so long, is we cohabitate with the shrimp. We coexist. You know, we're not out here taking more shrimp than we can than they can grow back, give back. Symbiotic relationship, I think that's what they call it. Look at that. I've been brining now for since as long as I can remember. I'm a 5th generation briner. My great granddaddy came out here with Jim Bridger and co. When he first discovered the Great Salt Lake. They thought it was the ocean. And he had been a shrimper out on the east side of the United States and came out here to find different shrimps. And when the fog cleared up, they realized this wasn't the ocean, and in fact the Great Salt Lake. And so Bridger and his boys kept going. And my grandpa Boyt, he stayed out here. He saw the pink gold, and he knew there was a fortune to be made out here. You gotta eat that brine is. That's brown gold right there. Well, it's had its ups and downs. My grandfather, when he was here, he sees that pink gold. He tells Jim, "You guys go on ahead." And then there was, of course, the whole gold rush over there, and we missed all that. But at the beginning, you know, it was more pink than the eyes could take in. Rewind 30, 40 years ago, none of this was here. None of it. Now everyone's trying to stake their their claim on the pink gold, trying to get a piece of the pie. Since the marina was built out here, all these boats coming and going with their powered engines. You notice I'm out there on a rubber raft. It's because it's calm for the shrimp. The shrimp has a tendency to get spooked and go down to the bottom and burrow through the sand. There's no brine for anybody. And these people don't realize that. They go out there in their high-powered boats and don't realize what it does to the natural ecosystem that's been developed here on the lake. Quite honestly, it makes me upset. Oh yeah, my family's been here for years. And then Morton boys come here and set up shop. And you know, they got money backing them up. They got that salt money, and they've paid the state to keep it going here. When my family's, you know, this sea salt's in our veins. That brine's what we've been eating. Yeah, I really don't want to talk about it. It kind of just makes me upset. People, you know, not locals, tourists, they come here, they take photos of the water, all that stuff, and I've kind of become a bit of a local celebrity around here. You know, I'm out here almost every day on the water, brining, and people will ask me, where does this water come from? Well, some of it's from the Bonneville dinosaur water, but most of it is fed by the Jordan River. If you were to look on a map, you'd only see 2 of those in the world. And the other one is where Jesus got baptized in the Holy Land. So you do the math yourself on that. Yeah, people don't realize how packed in protein brine really is. It's primarily been used as fish food all these years. And so part of what I do aside from brining is I've got a little laboratory set up, and I've been studying different ways to incorporate brine into diets. It's great as a smoothie. It goes great in blended drinks. It doesn't have a lot of taste once you wash and refine it. It still keeps a little bit of salt to it, but it's nice. You sprinkle it on foods, and it just adds a little extra kick. I mean, it's so small and fine that it's kind of like eating Pop Rocks. Only so much brining a man can do in one day. But I'll be here tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that, until they kick me off this lake or there's no more brine to catch. And that's a Gredgie promise. Another successful day brining. So it's hard to get people started, but once they do try it, it's hard to make them quit.